21. Mike, can you take the roll, please?
Commissioner Vyers.
Here.
Commissioner Morrill. Here. Commissioner Mee.
Here.
Commissioner Kelly.
Here.
Commissioner Fahey.
Here.
Commissioner Barrett.
Here.
President Frey.
Here. Do we have any presentations?
We do not, sir.
Community input? Anyone? John?
I'd like to say hello. I'm John Menino. I'm a supervisor of Milton Township. I just wanted to say tonight, just to make my introduction to you, but also leave a compliments to the Wheaton Park District, and to share my excitement of working with you guys hand in hand in our future. Our CERT team works hand in hand with you on several different occasions, including Cosley Zoo Run, Reindeer Run, the Night Run, Taste of Wheaton, concerts in the park, Shakespeare in the park, Oktoberfest, by providing traffic control, security, and eyes and ears. I want to thank the executive director, Mike Benard, personally, and all the park commissioners, of course, and their excellent work in the community. I shared my excitement with the board as well at Wheaton, at the last meeting for Wheaton City Council. You guys have done so well on our community that I just had to share my excitement that we do have the privilege and pleasure of working with you guys. Wheaton Park District does so much to make our community a better place to live, and I can't wait to build more and even closer relationships with all of you. I just thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time.
No one else? Okay, let's move on. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
So we need a motion.
Oh.
Terry?
I would move to approve the consent agenda, items A through D, starting with A, approval of disbursements totaling $560,806.03 for the period beginning May 12, 2021 and ending June 8, 2021. B, approval of disbursements totaling $313,552.78 for the period beginning May 12, 2021 and ending June 8, 2021. C, approval of the June 2, 2021 subcommittee meeting minutes. And finally, D, approval of the May 19, 2021 board meeting minutes.
Do we have a second?
Second. Second.
Kevin Fahey.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion by Terry Mee and a second by Kevin Fahey. Mike?
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
Commissioner Mee.
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey.
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett.
Yes.
President Frey.
Yes. There is no unfinished business. Let's move on to new business. I need a motion for the Central Athletic Complex custodial services.
I'll move to approve the three-year total base bid of $35,100 and the three-year total alternate bid amount of $4,386 from Crystal Maintenance for a total amount of $39,486.
Second.
John Vyers. We have a motion by Fahey, a second by Vyers. Mike?
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
Commissioner Mee.
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey.
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett.
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
President Frey.
Yes. One on number 2, we need a motion for President's Park playground equipment installation and site improvements.
Yeah, I'll move that we approve a contract with Innovative Landscape for President's Park in the amount of $371,467,000, and that the board authorize contingency of 10%
Second.
for overages.
Motion by Kelly, a second by Morrill. Mike, please.
Commissioner Mee.
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey.
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett.
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
President Frey.
Yes. We need a motion for waste removal, recycling, and composting services.
I'll move to approve waste management at a cost of $44,330.16 for waste removal services, and approve LRS Lakeshore Recycling for $6,371.61 for recycling services.
Second.
We have a motion by Fahey, a second by Vyers. Mike?
Commissioner Kelly.
Should I
Yes.
just, should I say that waste management is the waste removal and Lakeshore is our composting?
Not compost.
We will not be doing composting.
No.
Lakeshore will be recycling.
Got it.
So to clarify the motion was to approve waste management for waste removal at a cost of $43,330.16, and Lakeshore Recycling for recycling services at $6,371.67. I'll take the roll. Commissioner Fahey,
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett,
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
Commissioner Mee.
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
President Frey.
Yes. Moving on to number 4. Need a motion for the purchase of playground equipment through Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Program for Sensory Garden Playground.
I would move to approve the purchase of a Sensory Garden Playground gravity rail from Team REIL in the amount of $25,899, the expense for which will be reimbursed by the Play for All Foundation, and the purchase will be through the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Program.
Second.
We have a motion by me and a second by Kelly. Roll call, right?
Yes, sir. Commissioner Barrett.
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
Commissioner Mee.
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey.
Yes.
President Frey.
Yes. Move on to number 5. We need a motion for Resolution 2021-06.
I move to approve Resolution 2021-06, authorizing a grant application for the DuPage County Historical Museum tuck pointing and window replacement project.
Second.
Who was the second?
Morrill.
Fahey.
A
When did that in like a question?
Oh,
motion by Vyers, a second by Fahey. Mike, I think we just,
Under discussion, I would just add that it is possible that the scope of the project via the grant application may change slightly from tuck pointing and window replacement. So in general, we want to make sure that the board is on board with whatever. We have an engineering study out with DuPage County. And when the agenda was written, we were fairly certain we were going to make an application for tuck pointing and windows. The engineer's recommendation has come back on some work ahead of that work. So, and I believe it's primarily related to some structural repairs related to roof load, as well as gutter and downspout replacement, all of which looks at an estimate to be in that same vicinity of the $750,000 grant opportunity. So I wanted for the record to be clear that we may very well not be putting an application in for tuck pointing and windows, but instead these other issues that, based on an engineering analysis that I received the results of after we put the agenda out, that we may be going for those other issues. So just wanted to make sure, it's all, as long as you're okay with us going for the grant and approve the resolution, we're fine. I just wanted to be clear on it.
Thank you.
That being said, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
thanks, Mike. Moving on to number 6, a motion to approve the Arrowhead Golf Club linen supply bid 2021.
I would move to approve the bid from Aramark Uniform Services for a 3-year agreement starting on August 24, 2021 and ending August 23, 2024 for the Arrowhead Golf Club linen supply.
Second.
We have a motion by me, a second by Vyers. Mike?
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
Commissioner Mee.
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey.
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett.
Yes.
President Frey.
Yes. We saved this number 7 for Commissioner Barrett. We need a motion for Rice Pool Filter Building and Water Slide Deck Repair Project.
I'd like to have a motion to approve change order number 1 for the Rice Pool Filter Building and Water Slide Deck Repair Project with the brothers
Shafkus.
Safegus.
for a net increase of $62,797.
I'll second that.
Who second?
Fahey.
Kevin?
Fahey.
A motion by Barrett, a second by Fahey. Mike?
Commissioner Morrill.
Wait, I got a quick
Oh, John, go ahead.
discussion.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to clarify, Rob, that's a final, right? We got that last little pieces in that change order?
That's correct.
So that's a final change order for the, okay. So it's only one change order, it's a final on the whole job?
We have a second motion related to engineering.
I
but
get that.
is-
Yeah, but
you are
that's a
correct.
final with Shafkus. There was one piece we were missing at the Buildings and Grounds meeting, and I see it in, that's it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
Commissioner Mee.
Yep.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey.
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett.
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
President Frey.
Yes. Final point number 8 of new business. Need a motion for rice pool filter building and water slide deck repair project.
Yeah, I'll move that we approve a change order to Klein and Hoffman for $4,250 for additional services rendered on the construction side of the project.
Second.
A motion by Kelly, a second by Fahey. Mike?
All those in
Any-
favor?
Any discussion on
Sorry,
that?
yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry.
No.
This then ends this project?
Yes.
Okay.
And it looks terrific.
Yeah, it does.
And it's open.
Yeah.
It's open for business on,
But it's open.
and just about on budget. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you.
Moving on. Excuse me. Reports from staff. Anybody?
Good job.
No, nothing further to add to our written reports, but we certainly welcome any questions or comments.
Board members, anyone? Ray?
Just, did we apply for the Camping Association certification this year or not?
I don't believe that's an annual accreditation program. Maybe Vicki can elaborate.
We are still accredited. We'll be having site visits in 2022. We are accredited camp still.
Okay, very good. And I noticed that, most of this, about 65%, I can't find the sheet now, but most of the camps are full to capacity?
And now that we're in phase 5, weekly we'll be adding weight from the waiting list to increase those camp limits.
That's great. And the only thing is, who broke the window at the golf course trolley? Terry Mee or John Vyers?
Could have been me.
That's all I have. Thanks.
Thanks.
President Frey?
Yes.
And Rob, this is to you. I know that the Parks Department is working real hard. You guys got a lot of things going. How are our seasonal and part-time recruitment? How's that progress going? I know we had some difficulties, right?
Yeah, we're not quite where we'd like to be, but we always struggle to get to that total number, but we're holding our own right now.
Well, you're
Thank you
working
for
hard.
asking.
Keep it up. Thank you. Thanks also that unnamed Eagle Scout candidate for, building us some planters at Donata South Sensory Playground. That was pretty cool. So thanks to that Eagle Scout, whoever that was. A couple
If
more.
I may, Terry, his name was Stephen Walsh.
Okay, good. Stephen Walsh.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Stephen.
Yeah, thanks, Stephen.
Thanks again to the staff, for our pool pass sales. I mean, you're rocking it. So, and I know the pools are doing well. How we doing, Andy or whomever, with our pool staff numbers?
Again, guards were pretty good. Again, we're still looking just like Rob. We have coverage. And again, we continue to recruit. It's when they all go back to school that we still have to finalize our plan to make sure we have coverage.
So we're hanging in there so far? Good deal. Thanks again to staff for the COVID vaccination clinic commitment. That was very much appreciated. I know there was a lot of work involved in that. Couple more. Hang in there. I see that, we're already, we've got some rentals that have already taken place for our new Lions Club terrace at Memorial Park. That-a-way. That's a good start. Any more coming? Vic?
I think we have some on the books for late August and September.
Excellent. I just want to read into the record, the zoo continues to experience the highest attendance and revenue numbers since the zoo began charging admission in July 2010. I mean, that's pretty significant. And then thanks again to the generosity of our supporters for the zoo, for the donations. And one contribution total $75,000 from a single donor. That's pretty significant too. We appreciate all that support. Andy, you can pass it on to the golf staff. I mean, the highest paid golf rounds in 5 years, and that's since 2017. That's pretty significant. So, having been out there a few times, we're always it's always being used. So thanks to Mother Nature too. I just want to, last but not least, mention the museum fundraising and the Century Garden Play for All Playground fundraising. Great job, making money, with those donations and grants. So, thanks to staff and our supporters for that. That's all I've got.
John?
I'm good.
Kevin?
I'm good.
Bill? John? Just a quick question. What kind of feedback are we getting from the community now that we're open in Phase 5? Anything coming back?
Everybody's, well, I guess everybody might be too broad a brush stroke, but the majority of everybody that staff runs into, myself included, at our facilities and our programs and events such as concerts, everybody is thrilled.
Perfect.
And very, very pleased and happy that we are able to gather again in our parks.
Absolutely.
I have a couple of comments
Yeah,
I'd like to
please.
make. So just a couple of quick comments of appreciation. As you know, after a lot of planning and a lot of delay, we were able to launch our new concert summer entertainment series program 2 weeks ago. And I want to acknowledge every department has played a role in the execution of this program. And we made a lot of people happy, and we're going to continue to do so over this summer. It's taken members from every department of the Park District to pull off this new service. I'd like to most especially single out Margie Wilhelmi, who is the director of the Marketing and Events Department, and Amy Seklecki, our superintendent of marketing and special events, for their leadership in concert with members of the Parks and Planning Department, led by Rob Spurl. Dan Novak, our Director of Athletics and Facilities, plays a significant role in partnership with Amy in running these events. And we couldn't do it without a lot of assistance from many people from Sandra's department and Vicky's department in Recreation and Finance, who have volunteered their time to come and help us supervise and execute these events, these concerts, in an excellent fashion. And as always, Andy Bendy, the Director of Special Facilities, plays a significant role behind the scenes in planning and execution of all special events that the Park District undertakes. I couldn't be prouder. I know many of you were at the inaugural concerts, and then also follow up with the very first municipal band performance in the new band shell. And I just think it couldn't have gone any better, and I'm proud of what's occurring here. Secondarily, to follow up on the pool comments, the 2-week blitz on pass sales would not have been possible without tremendous assistance from the marketing department, but primarily Vicki Byer, who is in charge of the recreation department, and therefore all registration activities for the entire Park District. Her team has worked tirelessly to process over $320,000 worth of pass sales. I believe we're approaching 6,000 memberships sold in a very short period of time. And I want to remind you that these pass sales, which we are just about at our 2019 revenue figure, it typically takes place from Thanksgiving to Memorial Day. It has taken place from essentially just after Memorial Day till we opened the pool on June 12th, and that was an amazing thing that occurred. Vicki, thank you to your team, and Mark,
Nice
thanks
job.
for assisting.
Great job.
Obviously, the pool presents a lot of happiness. It's also an activity and facilities that require a lot of vigilance and safety and training. I'm proud to report that our first safety and lifeguarding audit by Ellison Associates was conducted this week, and both pools and all staff were exceed standards ranked in every category. And then finally, a shout out to a member of our administrative team, Dan Novak. Dan at the pool this week was approached by a patron who was holding his infant who was in significant medical crisis. Dan did not waste any time in jumping into the situation, took the matter into hand, and within a matter of moments, the child was on their way to recovery well in advance of the ambulance showing up. And he did have a lot of help, and there is a lot of people highly trained at the pools, and emergencies, while we don't want them to happen, they're a part of our life at the pool operations. We're in the pool fairly frequently rescuing people. It happens where we do need to provide medical attention on site. But I want to single out Dan Novak specifically for his heroic efforts in making sure that this toddler went home with his family that night. Thank
Good
you,
work, Dan.
That's all. Thank you.
Mike, you said we need go into closed session?
Yes,
Is that what
sir.
you said?
closed
Sika, I'd like to, if we could get a motion for pending and probable or imminent litigation, which is 5 ILCS 120/2C11. Someone could just say so moved.
So
that'd be
moved.
fine.
Second.
I need a roll call vote. Commissioner
Hang on,
Byers?
Mike, we're adjourning this session.
There will
We're
be
not
no
coming back
action.
out,
There
right?
will be no contemplated action subsequent
Okay,
to
so we're
closed
moving to
session.
adjourn regular session and go into closed session.
Yes, sir.
Good.
And I'll thank you for clarifying that, Terry. I'll take the roll. Commissioner Byers?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill? Yes. Commissioner Mee?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Barrett?
Yes.
President Frey?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, staff.